went to a car meet months prior to this visit and met people from Maryland. They begged me not to go to Six Flags America. They begged me to go to King's Dominion instead. I was told there were roaches in the funnel cake. But you know that wasn't gonna stop me because I love an adventure. Let's go. On November 2nd, I flew into Baltimore to go to Six Flags America. I landed around 9:30. My friend Princess picked me up from the airport and we headed straight to the park. Since the park was closing, they were not doing Fright Fest, but they did have some Halloween decorations. Not even 5 minutes after getting through the entrance, I run into Sarah from Coaster Studios. I'd been watching Coaster Studios ever since 2013, and I'm pretty sure their channel was the reason I even found out there were other Six Flags parks outside of Great America. Tyler was busy talking to a young fan, so I just thank Sarah for everything that she does. Their channel is awesome and informative, so it was really great running into these people that I've been watching for a literal decade. So shout out to Coaster Studios! And of course I had to take a picture here because my favorite color is purple. So the first ride we got on was Wild One. Funny enough, the last coaster I had gotten on prior to this was called Wild Thing in Minnesota. And the wait was 45 minutes. Oh yeah, everything was one train operated, aside from Firebird. A guy had a petition to save Wild One as it is 108 years old, making that the oldest coaster we've been on. It's a great Woody. Sign the petition if you're a real one. After we rode Wild One, we made our way to Gotham City to ride Joker, Superman, Harley, and not Batwing because unfortunately in September the front of the train fell off and it shut down permanently. So yeah, we rode Joker and that was Princess's first launch coaster.
Joker.
I would say out of both Spaghetti Bowl coasters I've been on, the theming is even. So like Poltergeist over in San Antonio is themed to a haunted house, but I think I like the Spaghetti Bowl coaster here better. After we got off of Joker, we got on Harley Quinn, which was a pendulum ride, and it low-key made us sick, but the theming was lovely. I love Harley Quinn. Next, we did our obligatory train ride, and man, you could really see how neglected the park was. Seeing the trains from rides getting ready to be shipped out to other parks definitely didn't help. So much underdeveloped land. This park had so much potential. It is in such a cute wooded area, tucked away from everything. You can't see any of the rides pulling up because of all the trees, at least not from where we drove in, which is insane because Superman is huge. Raging Cajun also came from my home park, but we were not in the mood for spinning rides after Harley Quinn, and I'm sure it'll be relocated to another park. It's portable.
Want to do that one next? Huh? If you want to do that one next, that was
Right? It's just one train though. Superman was the best ride in the park, without a doubt. I got on as a single rider because it was a bit much for Princess, so as most of you may have heard, Superman got shut down after an evacuation with a 3-hour queue, having to leave for the night. I'm glad I got on it when I did because that was a very unceremonious ending to this ride. Yeah, it was my first Ride of Steel model, and I'm super excited to ride the one at Darien Lake. And I got to see Batwing. It is a Vekoma Flying Dutchman, and I really think that it would have been my favorite ride in the park, but we will never know. Firebird, formerly Iron Wolf, story time. Let's go to Great America for a second. When I was a kid, I was a scaredy cat and I didn't want to go on anything with inversions. I didn't want to go upside down, and I didn't get the chance to get on Deja Vu with my sister before it was removed from the park. And in 2011, she told me that Iron Wolf would be leaving the park. This was my last chance to get on it with her. So I got on Batman first, I had a blast, and then I was ready for Iron Wolf. And at the end of the day, I had no idea why I waited to get on inverted coasters for so long. And I had to give this ride that was so special to me a proper send-off, even though it is no longer a stand-up coaster. Now, roughness usually doesn't affect me, but our heads were banging like we were at a dubstep rave, okay? I'm still glad I got to ride this one last time because it is the coaster that caused me to face my fear of loops. After Firebird, we got in line for Sidewinder, but kids were line jumping and I was kind of hungry, so I decided to get out of line and just go meet my friend P for dinner. He told us about the time he got stuck on Batwing with his son, because of course Batwing got stuck, and a lady calmed his kid down while they waited for the ride to get moving again, and that's a memory that they'll have forever. Amusement parks hold so many memories for people, even if they aren't enthusiasts. These rides are milestones for us. I'll never forget the time I got on Batman, the first time I got on Raging Bull, and now my first ride of Steel Model. To my surprise, this park is actually beautiful. If they put more effort into this park, I genuinely believe that it could have been as beautiful as Knott's Berry Farm. While we were on our way to the shops, we did pass by the entrance to Hurricane Harbor, but fun fact, I am not a huge water park person, unless it's the Kalahari. So we headed towards the entrance, but I still wanted to grab stuff since everything was 85% off. We ended up getting some Harley shirts for $2. I really wanted a magnet for this park because I randomly decided I was gonna cover my fridge with park magnets, but of course there were none. The stores were wiped. I definitely should have expected this, but I haven't been to a major park closure before, so I was being optimistic. Despite it being a low-ranking park and it having one train ops, it didn't feel like a quote-unquote Six Flags day. It was so nice. People traveled from literally everywhere to be here on this day. It felt like the year Pokemon Go dropped. Not gonna lie, I was holding back tears this whole day. The morning I flew into Cali, Ka got demolished, and the day after I went to Magic Mountain, and so many enthusiasts in the park were talking about how they saw the video of it coming down, and we all bonded over that bucket list coaster we would never be able to get on. This trip felt similar. We would never be coming back to this park. But hey, we were all there on that day, and I had an amazing time, and I can't wait to come back to the East Coast for more adventures. I got on 4 roller coasters and I was happy. And of course, we had to take a picture at the That's All Folks. The first and the last visit.
The Banga bus is coming. The Banga bus is coming.